It's not the end of the world. There are more Pop-Tarts coming.
Dobro večer. Yay!
Dobro večer, Divine Pisces 222. It is Friday, August 6th, 2021. I'm going to do an energy check-in for you guys today. Just a quick reminder, 8/8, our live event with me, Jupiter, 11/11, and Wicked Virgo is this Sunday. There's still time to sign up. Check out the description box for the link to sign up, or you can check it out here. Okay. Also, another quick reminder that my services will be changing. Prices will be changing after 8/8. Until then, everything except the quick messages and group coachings are 20% off, okay? And also, I am going to be doing Wine and Divine starting August 21st. It's $55 per person, but you get 5 weeks. I'm going to do them semi-monthly or every other week. So this first kind of, I guess, cluster, so to speak, starts on the 21st of August and goes through, I believe it's the 17th of October. Just, you know, basically community, come together, talk about our experiences, drink a little bit of what you don't have to. Drink a little bit of wine, get together with your peers. So, you know, just this idea that we feel so alone, we feel so isolated. I just want us to be able to all come together. It's going to be like, I actually set the group limit to be 50. So, you know, if we can get 50 people, that'd be great. But 25 to 30 would be awesome as well. You know, and I want to start doing that on the regular. So you can like sign up and do that sort of thing. I also think I'm going to start some sort of membership thing where you can just join any of them that you want. Whatever comes up, you can just join it. You know, you just do a monthly subscription, but you can join any group coaching, any community event, any podcast, anything that I do. There's a whole thing I'm going to be starting to build, guys. I'm really, really into it. I'm hoping that it takes form. But the object really is to give people a platform. You know, if you don't have a lot of startup capital, but you're an energy healer or something like that, you don't have a whole lot of startup capital, but you want to start an online business or want to be seen, or you know, want to have a place to promote your services and things like that. I want to build a platform for that, guys. I want people to be able to put out their services for people who are looking for them, you know, and have people who want those things to be able to find them. I also want a place where students, I say, you know, can come in. You can get free content. You can, you know, whatever. You get announcements. I'm going to build a whole thing, guys. There's a whole thing coming. Okay. I've had this idea for a while. I just wasn't sure how to do it. But it's coming. Also, talking about possibly doing more podcasts and things like that in the works with, you know, Jupiter and Wicked Virgo. So a lot of stuff coming down the pipe, guys. So just stay tuned, stay in contact. If you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, go ahead and do that. That's where I'm mostly going to be announcing a lot of my promotions and things like that I'm going to be doing. You know, that and Facebook, they're actually linked, so it'll be both of them, okay? I think that's it. But we'll see if anything else comes up. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the energies for today, guys. We do have a full moon. No, new moon. Sorry. Oh, I can't. Yeah, sorry. We have a new moon in Leo, which I believe is tomorrow or 8/8. I think it's kind of runs between the two dates. Pretty intense moon. It's really about showing yourself for who you are, embracing who you are. You know, this last moon was about embracing what you're feeling and acknowledging it. This one is about releasing and just being yourself. And you know, even your shadow self is, you know, something you need to accept and love and embrace, okay? Oh yeah, there was something else. My coaching services will also be shifting. I will still be offering single services for those who maybe want to meet with me and see if we gel, see if we, if there's something I, can help bring to the table for you. And then moving forward, if you want to do one of my packages, which I'm going to be putting out very soon, depending on what it is that you want to achieve. I'll also be doing more group coaching, and it's going to be like session based. It's, single sessions are great, but the idea that you can come together as a group and help and learn and grow with each other and help, basically promote each other's well-being and growth, I think is incredibly important. So like I said, guys, a lot of stuff coming. All right, so let's take a look at the overall energies here. Let's see what's going on with the collector. Well, this is no surprise. So I do feel a lot of self-sabotage coming in. Now, the self-sabotage here, these are those belief systems that are coming up to be shed, guys. These are very deep-rooted. A lot of these are things that we have been programmed to believe, maybe by our parents, maybe by society, maybe even by, as children in a school setting, whatever, that in order to be, let's say, just one of them in general, one of them that keeps coming up is in order to be successful, you have to sacrifice something. You have to sacrifice something of yourself. You have to give yourself. You have to, so on and so forth. Put in your time. That one's my favorite. In order to be successful, you have to put in your time. What does that even mean? Now, there are a lot of you out there that have been putting in your time, whether it's on the journey with a connection, whether it's, in a marriage or in a job, and you feel like it's not going anywhere, and you're like, well, where is this reward that I have been promised, so on and so forth. Man, guys, I can't tell you how many times, I had started a job where I was told one thing and then it ended up being completely different than what I was told. But you know what? I stuck it out and I was like, as long as I do my time and so on and so forth, I'll be rewarded. And you know what? Maybe I was promoted, so on and so forth. Maybe I got raises, so on and so forth. But I'll tell you what, toxic. Okay, guys, don't do that to yourself. All right, get out of your head space. Some of you are way too much in your head and you keep sabotaging yourself because you're overthinking. And a lot of this does have to do with life purpose. Some of you are just like, well, I don't have a purpose on this life. It hasn't shown itself to me, so therefore I don't have one. And that's, some of you, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't actually have a clear 100% purpose, like this is what you need to do. But the thing is I think sometimes we put ourselves in these little boxes. We put our purpose in this little box. That my purpose has to be so and so and whatever. And because it doesn't look like what I think it's supposed to look like, I don't do anything. Now, some of you, your purpose is not one particular thing. Some of you, your purpose is multiple things. Some of you, your purpose has to do with someone else. Some of you, your purpose has to do with being in a job. It doesn't necessarily mean being self-employed. You know what I mean? So don't put yourself in this little box. Okay? Don't be tempted to compare your gifts to other people's. And this is part of what we're going to be talking about on 8/8, guys. So if you haven't signed up, do it. We're going to be talking about how to use your gifts, what not to do, not to compare yourself with others, or how to manifest your way forward, so on and so forth. But some of you have just been in your head way too much. And some of you, this has to do with your connection. Some of you haven't released your connection yet, or you're still like in some sort of like trauma bond with somebody who's not even, they're just using you to feed. It's kind of sick. And some of you, you are getting like the sexual energies going back and forth. Like I said, you're getting dreams. And some of you, this isn't even your person. They're showing themselves to you as your person, but they're not your person. It's like an entity that's feeding off of you. Okay, with the sexual energy. Anybody know what an incubus is? Just okay? So some of you, you're feeding this. Now, those of you who are feeling sexual energy and it's not draining you, okay, you're not being drained by the energy, use that energy to manifest. Like a year and a half ago, I did a whole discussion on how to use the sexual energy to manifest. Guys, it's the highest vibration out there. Use it to manifest. That's what tantric sex is. Use it. Use it to manifest, okay? And some of you just need to have faith. Some of you have lost your faith. Some of you, that's where the self-sabotage is you've completely lost your faith. And it's like a cycle. So like you go into self-sabotage mode, you don't do anything, and therefore your faith doesn't exist anymore, and so on and so forth. And it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So guys, just get out of your head, okay? Some of you are overthinking this quite a bit. Some of you are overthinking the connection. Some of you are so defensive right now that you're not letting anything in. You're not letting your abundance in. You're not letting source in. You're not letting anything in because you don't even know who to trust right now. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Okay? Okay, so femme, we're back in this rejection energy. And some of you, it has to do with your person. Some of you, it's like you are feeling like this divine union or whatever is never going to happen. That's because you may be focusing on the wrong union here. And see how this is like the Ace of Cups, which is, of course, your self-fulfillment. Guys, you're rejecting your own self-fulfillment here by longing for something that's never going to happen. Some of you are still connected to a quote-unquote masculine who isn't moving, who isn't going to do anything, who isn't going to come in, who isn't going to leave their current situation for you, and you are still pining after that. Okay, and truth hurts, honey. It just does, all right? And a lot of you, maybe there was a conflict. Maybe there was some sort of rift, and you're like, oh my God, now this is never going to happen. Now, some of you, this is your actual person that you had a fight with, and now you're like, oh no, I ruined everything, blah, 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 blah. No, you didn't. The connection's not going anywhere, okay? So I am picking up on two separate groups right now. All right. And now some of you, this is about that self-sabotage stuff, okay? This is about you rejecting yourself here. You rejecting what's being shown to you because it doesn't look like what you think it should look like. You placed expectations or conditions on your manifestations, and it didn't look like what you wanted it to look like, so therefore it's not legit, right? Whatever. It's not true. All right. So take a look at yourself, guys. Take a look at it. And some of you have a soulmate coming in. Now, some of you, this is your original person, okay, that's doing their thing, and that's coming in, you know, this is going to happen. And some of you, this is a soulmate that's coming in, or some of you, there's somebody coming back, and there might be some interference here or some confusion. Some of you, the rejection of your counterpart, of your original whatever, is opening the doorway to a new one to come in, to an actual energy match, okay? It's another thing we're going to be discussing on 8/8, guys. So a lot of really good stuff we're going to be talking about, okay? So sign up if you haven't already. But femme, you're being called to just give it a rest. Give it a rest. And I feel compelled to just tell a group of feminines that are watching my channel right now, and I know that they are, and I know that they're still stuck in obsession, and I'm sure I'm going to get some crap in my comments for this, or unsubscribe. I don't care. Whatever. You need to hear this. Give it a rest, femme. Give it a rest. You have been pining after someone who doesn't want you. Okay? Whether they're actually your twin flame or not doesn't matter. They don't want you. You have been giving your energy away to someone who has been feeding on you, draining you, and at this point you just look desperate. Sit on the bench and have a serious conversation with yourself, femme. Right now. Okay? All right? Hard truths. They need to be said. All right, let's take a deeper look at femme here. Okay, yeah, so again, some of you, this has to do with the connection. Some of you, this has to do with someone new coming in. Some of you, this has to do with a karmic situation as well. But, I mean, you've kind of been keeping yourself in this little mental prison with this particular connection. Now, some of you, this is like a friend or something that you're having a hard time letting go of because it's like you don't resonate with them anymore. Okay, so some of you, this could have to do with an external situation, doesn't actually have to do with your connection, okay? But either way, it's time. It's time to release this. You've been keeping yourself in this situation. It's very, very toxic. It's very toxic for you, yeah. Okay, but some of you, this is about your person. This person, this divine masculine or divine matrix boy, whatever, is not your counterpart. They're not your energy match. If they were at one point, they aren't anymore. Energy changes. They're not awakening. They're not going to come in. They're not. Some of you, this is a serious wake-up call, okay? I don't like being the bearer of bad news, but I am going to tell you the truth, okay? And some of you just need to get over it. You gotta get over it. You have got to get over it. Move on. Move up. Okay? You deserve better than no communication, than non-movement, than being used. You deserve better than that. Okay? It's about time you realize that. It's about time you take your abundance into your own hands and stop waiting for someone else to do what they need to do in order for you to move forward. That's not how it works. You've been holding yourself hostage. You've been holding your life purpose hostage. Okay? You've been doing this to yourself because you don't want to let someone go. That isn't moving. Okay? Whether that's your connection or an external situation like a job or a family situation that you're having trouble letting go of because you feel bound to this situation for some reason. Okay? You're keeping yourself there. Okay? You have control over you. Right? Yeah, you haven't been in truth. Okay, I asked this question, I think it was Monday. I think it was my last collective when I asked, how many of you wear a mask, literally or figuratively, to go to work, or to be around your family, or to be around your friends? You can't be yourself at all, period. You can't show yourself. You have to dim yourself to make others feel safe around you. Is that what you've been told? You're too much. You need to dim your light more. Other people will like you better if you're not so buoyant. Okay. How many of you have been told and believe that lie? Okay. Yeah. And it's a 3D thing. It's like there are people around you, femme, who are trying to keep you there. They don't want you to shine your light. They don't want you to. Because either A, you're going to show them that they can take control of their lives, and a lot of people don't believe that they can. For some reason, it's weird. They actually really, really love their servitude. There are people who are in love with their servitude. Okay? And you know exactly who I'm talking about. Okay? Because everybody has people around them that are like this. Okay? They're mentally enslaved and they love it. Love it. It's like some really messed up Stockholm syndrome. Okay. But femme, you can move forward in truth. You can be yourself. Okay? And you can feel safe in being yourself. Okay? It doesn't matter what other people think of you. If you have a family around you who tell you that you have to be a certain way in order to be loved, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Okay? And right now what's happening, and I think I mentioned this also last time, with the masculine and the feminine, is the feminine is going through ascension, the masculine is going through awakening. The root is gripping so hard because the crown is opening up, and you're getting all of these downloads, you're getting all of these truths that are coming through, and the root just doesn't want to let go. Okay? You're bringing this into balance right now. Okay? The only way to do this, though, is to release. Let go. Release resistance. I release, I release, I release. Only when you release can you receive. Okay? But some of you are still refusing to walk away. Okay? Okay? And stop using hermit mode as an excuse to self-sabotage. Okay? Some of you are in hermit mode not for your healing. You're in hermit mode because you're afraid of the next step. You're afraid to do what you know you need to do. Okay? Alright, let's get some messages from Femme. Body language says so much. Some of you, yes, you're getting these visual cues. You know in your heart the situation you're in, whether it's with your counterpart or with someone else or another situation, doesn't matter. You're being shown the red flags. Okay? Yeah, I know it. mistake. Yeah. So what? We all make mistakes. We all fall flat on our face. We all do. It's not the end of the world. I tell my 2-year-old, every time she drops a Pop-Tart on the floor, she loses her stuff. And then the dog comes and eats it, and she loses it even more. And I'm like, just let it go. You have plenty of Pop-Tart on your plate right now. Be grateful for what you have. It doesn't matter that you dropped some on the floor. You know, the dog ate it. He wanted it. It didn't get wasted. It's okay. You know, it's just like, sometimes I feel like that. You know, Femme does the same thing. I do wish you well. Speaking of which, she still didn't take a nap, so I'm hoping she'll actually settle down. We'll see. I don't trust you. Yeah, some of you, you're seeing the red flags already. You're just, yeah, I understand you better now. And let's see what else we got. And we are not right for each other. So again, whether this is for your masculine, I don't know how to let go. Whether it's for about your masculine or about whatever situation is about, Femme, you already know. You already know what you need to do. It's time. Okay. Let's get some messages from the higher self. Yeah, peace and contentment are coming. And you're going to be pursuing something even bigger. So look at the bigger picture right now, Femme. Okay, this little step that you need to take is nothing. Pay attention to the signs, okay? You are being shown the red flags. You are being shown the way forward. Just let it go and go, okay? Don't be afraid to fail. Like I said, there's no failure. There's only lessons, okay? Mistakes will happen. We all stumble sometimes. But as long as you learn from it, as long as you pick yourself back up and you keep going, it's going to make you stronger. New discoveries that lead to celebrations. Love yourself first. Love yourself enough to say no. Okay? Alright, let's take a look at masculine. See what's going on with the masculine here. Yeah. See, like I said, so masculine, again, very, very rigid. A lot of the 3D stuff is so ingrained in them, they don't know how to refocus that. And they're feeling incredibly frustrated. Some of them, they've lost their sense of direction. They don't even know what they're about anymore. Like I said, when you start shedding these perceptions that other people have had of you, that you have been embodying in these belief systems, it's like it leaves you naked. You're like, I don't know who I am. And that's where masculine's at right now. Masculine's like, I don't know who I am. You know, I find myself, it's like, masculine's like, I find myself wishing and wanting and wishing things were different and wishing I could be different, so on and so forth. But at the same time, it's like, I don't even know what I want because I don't know who I actually am. I've been living somebody else's embodiment of who I am, but I don't know who I am. I have no idea who I am. And some of them can't see beyond the chaos. Some of them, they're losing everything. Their world is falling down. Like I said, when feminine goes through her crises and she goes through her stuff, whatever, it's mental. She beats herself up here. What masculine does is literally they lose things. Things start breaking. It's like a physical embodiment of what's going on inside, okay? They're just like, what the heck is happening, right? It's just too much going on, okay? All right, let's see, one more here. Yeah. And some of them, they don't even know who they are. Seriously, they don't know who they are. They're having an identity crisis, in a way. They don't know who they are. They don't know who they are without their things. They don't know who they are without their jobs. They don't know who they are without their money. They don't know who they are without their belief systems. Because that's been their identity for so long. Okay? And some of them, they aren't coming out of it. I'm sorry, they're not. Okay? Yeah, so again, masculine, this keeps coming out for masculine over and over and over again. They don't want to hurt anymore. They don't want to hurt. They don't want to betray anybody. They don't want to hurt anybody. Now, some of them, this has to do with their external situation, 3D situation, karmic situation, whatever you want to call it. They're not going to leave it. It's done. Femme, you need to walk away. You need to do your thing. For some of them, they don't want to hurt feminine, so it's like they don't want to say anything, right? And for some of them, they don't want to hurt themselves at all, right? It's just like they're being faced with the challenge, right? They're being faced right now with what they need to overcome. Some of them will and some of them won't. Okay? What they do or what they don't do, femme, should not should not in any way affect whether you do or not, okay? But yeah, masculine doesn't want to be left out in the cold. They don't want to have to release what they don't, yeah, they don't want to have to give up the things that they have, but at the same time, it's like it's like being taken from them. And instead of surrender, they're just like, I don't want to deal with my stuff. Now, some of them are throwing their emotions at Femme. So, Femme, if you're feeling this, you need to disconnect. You need to say no. Say no, because you don't have to purge for them at all. Okay? And the other set, they're just closing it off. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with it. They can't see. They don't want to see the connection. They don't want to see the connection between what's happening to them and what they're embodying. Okay? Yeah. Okay? It's karmic cycle. Okay? And this is actually interesting too, because the stag is usually what represents the divine masculine, and you have a stag here. Yeah, they're not walking away either. Okay, so see how we're mirroring here? See how we're mirroring? Femme, you're not walking away. Masculine's not walking away. You need to walk away, Femme. Okay? You can control you, Femme. Masculine, whether he does or not, it's on him. Has nothing to do with you. So don't take that onto yourself, okay? Doesn't matter. Okay? Masculine can't be himself either, but he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know what himself means. Does that make sense? Right? And for some of them, it's a distorted feminine energy that's coming in, whether that's a karmic situation, a mother figure, or even feminine herself. Okay? There's a distorted distorted feminine energy that's coming in here. Okay? Okay? And yeah, they don't, and so I feel like this might be actually a karmic partner in this particular group of masculines that I'm picking up on, and that there's children involved. They don't want to abandon that. They're not going to leave. Okay? So for some of you, this is a marriage situation, and it's not going anywhere. Sorry, it's not. They can get all the towers they want, but they're going to keep rebuilding that same damn tower over and over and over again. They're not leaving. They're not going anywhere. Okay? Because they're not dealing with their ish. All right, fam. So, yeah, for some of you, this is a rude awakening for you. Okay, yeah. I mean, they have no motivation whatsoever to change their situation. Okay, none. Okay, so this particular group of masculines that I'm picking up on today, they're not gonna change. They're not. They're rooted. They're done. So, fam. If this is your masculine, move on. Okay? Now, if this is your masculine within your inner masculine, you need to align your energies. Okay? Are you comfortable where you are? Do you know you need to change? Where is your energy at? Take a look at your feminine side. Okay? And maybe clear out your lower chakras. Okay? All right, let's get some messages for masculine. Sorry. There we go. Interesting. You are my North Star. My beliefs are changing. They may be. We are connecting in the astral. Okay, so this one right here, Femme, if they're coming into you in the astral, but they're not making any changes in the 3D, you need to cut that stuff off, okay? Because they're just feeding on you. Okay, trust in divine timing. Now, for some of them, they will eventually overcome it, Femme, but for right now, you have got to walk away. Okay? You gotta walk away. I keep seeing 1111 everywhere, and yet I'm not doing anything about it. There's no turning back. Some of them, again, they're not... Okay. I know you think I won't follow through, but I will. So, again, some of you, they will eventually get it, but right now they're not. So you need to just move on, okay? And I never meant to hurt you. One more. Breaking free of my past, okay? And I feel stressed and frustrated and stressed out, okay? So some of them, not right now, okay? But future doesn't matter. What matters is right now, okay? All right, let's get some messages from masculine's higher self. So masculine, healing's on the way. All right. Now, if you're seeing the signs masculine, if you're seeing the 1111, if you're seeing whatever it is you're seeing, pay attention to that, okay? If you want to change, you will change. You are changing your energy, so the world around you is shifting too. So you're losing things, you're breaking things, things are falling away from you because you're being forced to align right now, okay? Just let it go, masculine. Just let it go. Yeah, you're integrating your masculine and your feminine energies. Let it go. Come out of resistance, masculine. Okay? Push past fears and take a leap. Some of you, masculines, you are ready to go. You are. You know what you need to do. Everything's going to be taken care of. You don't have to worry about it. Just go with the flow. I know it's hard for masculines to do. And you know what? If you fall flat on your face, if you fall down the holes, if you go down the rabbit hole, whatever, if you lose everything, you hit rock bottom, you will come back stronger, okay? Follow the signs. And let go of suffering. You are ready for a new life, and you are seeing the truth, okay? All right. Okay. Let's get some connecting energies here. Oh dear. Yeah. Okay. So what I really feel is happening right now with the connections, it's like you have, again, like I said, I'm picking up on two different groups, okay? You have one particular group that they want this. They want the union. They do. They just don't know how to bring it together. They don't know how to do that. But there is like this other group that it's like they know that it's not going to happen, but they want to hold on anyway. Okay? And some of you, again, you're being used. Okay? Now, some of you also, this is kind of one of those cards it could go both ways. Like you're being used sexually, but for some of you, it's really about your sexual awakening. So that being said, like Kundalini awakening, sexual awakening, some of you are realizing that you have been giving yourself away to someone who doesn't cherish you the way that they should, okay? And for some of you, you have someone coming in, okay? But you have to release this old one first, okay? And I think I said that feminine at the beginning. Some of you do have an actual awakened divine masculine coming in who knows who he is and is ready to commit because you're on the same level energetically. But you have to leave behind this nonsense first. Okay? And you have to balance yourself out. Okay? So like I said, we are ditching the distorted masculine or the shadow masculine or the divine matrix boy, whatever, for the actual true divine counterpart that's coming in. So feminine, if you have been holding on, and this could be the two groups that I'm picking up on. It's actually feminine and then masculine, but you have two different masculine. Okay? You have the masculine that you've been holding on to that you need to release. They're not leaving their situation, but you have a new one who is ready to leave their situation and is aligning energetically and will come in. Okay? Does that make sense? I know it seems really convoluted, but it's like this stuff seems to happen a lot. I have noticed in like my personal readings. It's happened in my personal life, just stuff like that, okay? And again, we'll be talking about this on 8/8, guys. So if you haven't signed up, please do. All right? So connecting energies, yeah, it's like this death and rebirth energy that's coming in, but you have to release the old first. So like the shedding of the skin, the releasing of the programming, but literally releasing of the person who is not even, they're not even participating in the connection other than to feed off of you. Release that stuff. Masculine, feminine, it doesn't matter. If you have a quote-unquote twin flame or counterpart or whatever who is feeding on you, God, cut that out. Cut it out, okay? All right? And just keep yourself nice and protected, okay? Because there's a lot of energy vampires out there at the moment, okay? But it's like this idea, we don't even feel good enough for the things that we have, and we don't feel like we have anything. It's weird. It's a self-worth thing, but it's also a 3D thing, that if we don't do certain things, or if we don't behave a certain way, if we don't have certain things, that we can't be called successful. It's a really messed up sense of worth, that's lack of worth, that's coming in right now. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, well, that's the end of the reading. Yeah. So again, some of you have somebody coming in right now, but some of you, this is about releasing the old, and this could, again, doesn't necessarily have to be your connection. It could be a family situation, whatever it is that you're in, but we're releasing something right now. We're releasing these old programmings that we've had since we were children and embracing the new things that are coming in, but you have to release the old first. Okay, you got to bring yourself back into balance. Masculine and feminine, again, very, very disconnected from each other at the moment, all right? But it's like we visualize these things of the things that we want, but we forget that we need to feel it. What does happiness feel like to you? Just like when we do our inner child work, you know, when you feel triggered and you go back to the first time that you felt that, and usually it has to do with some sort of inner child thing, right? Think about that with happiness too. When you're happy, you know that nostalgic feeling that you get? Like for me, it happens when things start turning, like when summer starts turning to fall and you get that smell. You know what I'm talking about, that smell. It brings back all of these childhood memories, and it's just like that feeling. Where do you feel that? How do you feel that? What are you doing when you feel that? Are you in a situation that you feel that? Okay? And don't feel guilty for feeling that. Okay? We're also releasing the guilt. And for some of you, you feel like you have been manifesting this. You have been putting so much energy into this, whatever this is, whether it's a connection or not. It's just like you feel like you have nothing to show for it. There's nothing that's coming out of it, you know, and that's because you keep putting yourself in these situations and you keep sabotaging yourself. You're looking at it the wrong way. You're feeding your energy into something that isn't going to blossom. So guess what? Release it. It's time to release it. Let it go. Let it go and get out of your head. Okay? Just let it go. It's not the end of the world. There are more Pop-Tarts coming. The one that fell on the floor doesn't matter. Doesn't. Okay? Alright, let's get some messages from Source here. I'm sorry. I absolutely love when Source confirms what I just said. Guys, read this. Letting go, change, time to move forward, risks and opportunities. It's time, okay? And if I triggered you during this, you're welcome. Important dream messages are being given, so listen to your intuition, pay attention to your dreams. Completion, it's happening, guys. Just let it go. Awaken your heart center and let love in. Stop being so defensive. Divine intervention, delays, and detours. And this one also came up too. So again, some of you, your quote-unquote person, the person you think is your person, is actually just feeding on you. One party benefits while the other is depleted. Energy, support, and empathy are not equal. Give and take needs to become balanced. Okay? And if that's you, if that speaks to you, let it go. Now, cut that cord. Cut it. Okay? If you need help cutting cord, see me. I do cord cutting as well. Okay? Alright. Let's see. Advice from Source. What do you need to release? Again, another confirmation. Look at that. More confirmations coming. And don't let pride get in your way. Okay? Don't let ego get in your way. It's time to work through your fears. Everything's going to be fine. Know it. Okay? It's time to balance your spirituality and practicality. And guys, expect powerful change. Once you accept the things that are happening, once you accept the change, once you accept, then you can move on. Then the change comes. Okay? All right. Alrighty, I hope this helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.